Right, so the new trailer for The Lords of the Fallen came out, throwing references that made some people heavily wet their breeches because of both excitement and enuresis, revealing some of the gameplay features, a few bosses, and they even used Iron Maiden's classic hit Fear of the Dark as soundtrack. So in today's video I want to discuss whether I think it's a good idea to invest your hard-earned money in The Lords of the Fallen now, since it's available to pre-purchase. The game can be pre-purchased for a hefty price of 60 buckaroos, or even 70 if you're feeling generous. I think I'll be a stingy one this time and part with a 60. Although, for example, a digital art book or a digital soundtrack is something I don't mind spending extra money on, I can't help myself but cringe at such exclusive features that some of the AAA games have from the get-go. A 3D model viewer. View every in-game character model in high resolution detail. Seriously? What's next? Resolution options available for premium users only? Could be just me being paranoid, or could be somewhat a red flag. Hey, a few more releases like Wulong Fallen Dynasty or Jedi Survivor, and being paranoid about pre-purchasing games in 2023 could be used as an excuse to call in sick at work or something. Anyways, enough pulling a cat by its hairy sack, let's talk about the new Lords of the Fallen, discuss whether it's worth pre-purchasing now, and highlight potential red flags, shall we? I am the man with a crooked nose, and I make YouTube videos. Long story short, no, I don't think it's worth pre-purchasing the game now, if you're buying it just to play it. I'm being optimistic about The Lords of the Fallen, but optimistic cautiously. That doesn't mean we can't speculate and talk about it, eh? Fun fact, talking about it is $60 cheaper than pre-purchasing it. Before going through the trailer though, let's take a leap back into 2014 to remember what the OG Lords of the Fallen is like. The original Lords of the Fallen is an action RPG set in a dark fantasy world where you play as Harken.
Yes sir, no sir.
No, not this Harken, harnessing powerful magic alongside a satisfying combat system. All jokes aside, it's actually not all that bad. Yeah, it's very clunky and slow. The characters have personalities of refrigerator cardboard boxes. Most of the bosses are boring and uninspired. The camera is shaky and doesn't really like you. But despite all that, it's not the worst Souls-like game out there. It just feels like CI Games and Deck 13, whoever the devs are, did not really know what makes Souls-like games tick and made what they made.
Yeah, right, I'm sure.
It looks quite good though and performs well on PC after all the fixes. Give it a shot if you're ever needing a Souls itch to scratch. It's usually ridiculously cheap on sale and it's not too bad. It's not too good either though, it's mediocre. This time around, The Lords of the Fallen is being developed by HexWorks and published by CI Games. What do we know about HexWorks exactly?
HexWorks is a new gaming studio founded early 2020, consisting of 2 studios based in Barcelona and Bucharest. The collective studios are an experienced team consisting of senior multicultural developers ranging from Catalan, Spanish, British, French, and Romanian to German, Ukrainian, Danish, and American.
It's misspelled, by the way.
In addition to embracing more of an indie approach to development as opposed to larger studios, we are passionate about leaving our mark in the fantasy action RPG genre. The first game that we are proudly developing is The Lord of the Fallen, the successor fans of the original title have always wanted. The game is significantly larger with a vast, interconnected dual world split between the realms of the living and the dead that players could explore alone or with friends. It's darker and more challenging with faster Souls-like combat, stronger thematic, richer narrative, deeper RPG systems and more immersive storytelling. This combat will be paired with amazing visuals and gameplay supported by the power and performance of the latest Unreal Engine as we target next generation console platforms and high-end PCs.
And at the bottom of the screen it says that HexWorks is a CI Games studio. So does it mean that the new Lords of the Fallen is pretty much being developed by CI Games again? I don't know, but it's something to think about. I hope you did receive the bribe, so keep your word and go subscribe. Now let's briefly talk about the gameplay reveal trailer. The 4-minute gameplay reveal trailer doesn't really reveal that much gameplay.
What the f*** is this piece of shit?
I don't know!
It reveals 2 minutes of really good looking CGI and 2 minutes of colorful diarrhea while your favorite band's playing.
Well, then fine!
What can we get out of it? The Lords of the Fallen is coming to PC, PS5 and Xboxes on the 13th of October 2023. Friday the 13th, yes. The game looks amazing not just compared to its 2014 predecessor, it looks amazing period. It's built on Unreal Engine 5, so go figure. We can also see that the bosses look way more impressive compared to the ones from the first game. The animations look sleek, and it feels like the new Lords of the Fallen will be a more fast-paced game. But that's about it. We can see that the game will look gorgeous, okay, but you know what? Lords of the Fallen 2014 looks kinda good even now. Come on, everyone knows how to make beautiful games nowadays. We need interesting mechanics and satisfying combat. How about you reveal and demonstrate that instead? And don't get me wrong, the trailer looks amazing, and I really want the game to succeed because by the looks of it, it will have everything I ever wanted from a dark fantasy action RPG. Big monsters, girls, and magic. Maybe that's why I see some Bloodborne, Demon Souls, Mortal Shell, Blasphemous, and Diablo in there. And correct me if I'm wrong, but this lass looks like she's sporting a Raging Wolf set, and this giant looks a lot like a fire giant from Elden Ring. It's all very good, but I still think that what we have on the game right now is not enough to ask for $60 to $70. $70 if you want a bloody 3D model viewer, armor tints, and these, what are these even? Like XP boosters? I don't know, soul items? I definitely can't be wrong, but it feels mobile gamey to me, and can be considered a massive red flag. We know that the game will have co-op, and the idea of Deluxe Edition Chads having a jumpstart just doesn't let me sleep peacefully at night. I don't know, man, this whole here's some fancy bits and bobs of gameplay footage from our new game, it'll be $60, thank you, is very sus to me. Also, there's a playable class locked behind a separate game edition. Iffy? Iffy. It says there that the Deluxe Edition gives you access to the Dark Crusader class from the start, and it can later on be unlocked in all versions of the game. But fuck, man! Gating stuff behind paywalls in $60 AAA games is a little bit insulting to the gaming community. It's like Oblivion's Horse Armor DLC or slapping gamers in the face with a raw fish. It makes me sick. I'm no marketing manager, man, and I don't know all the best strategies to promote your products, but given the situation on the gaming market lately, with the abundance of bad and unfinished releases, shouldn't you tread more carefully? You're not From Software and you can't be given the benefit of the doubt, and you haven't proven yourself to the community yet. Here's a quick summary. The Lords of the Fallen is coming to PC, PS5 and Xboxes on the 13th of October. Yes, it will be a next-gen exclusive. It is available to pre-purchase the game now, and it has a deluxe edition. It is made on Unreal Engine 5. It will have co-op, it will have different playable characters, and it is more action-oriented. And again, I'm all that salty because pre-purchasing games in 2023 is dangerous, and your expectations can be crushed like a bug. I want the Lords of the Fallen to be everything they're showing us and even more. I want the game to succeed, and most importantly, I want to enjoy it and have fun. But I can't help myself but use my imagination and think out, you know, what else the game has in store aside from what they're showing us, and I'm worried about my frail expectations to be used to wipe an arsehole on the 13th of October. I think the Lords of the Fallen is worth buying now only if you're planning on creating content about it later on. You know, streams, YouTube videos, etc. This way you will definitely win regardless if the game is good or bad. I will be streaming it on Twitch and will make another worth a buy video when the game comes out. That's the only reason I bought it now. If the game turns out to be a big brick of doo-doo butter, we will at least have a good laugh together and I won't be feeling like I'm missing $60 in my wallet in 4 months' time. So if you are not sure you are ready to part with a significant sum of money, wait until it comes out, watch streams or YouTube videos and read reviews to see if you want it or not. And that's about it, thanks for watching, see ya. Fear of the dark. Fear of the dark. I have a phobia that the game will be a piece of shit.